Third, we'll wait for the another 2-3 minutes because we have a 90 plus RMs we have. As of now, we have 50 plus. They have already joined. So give me 5 to 5 minutes, then they will be joining, and I'll hand over the session to you, Siddharth.
Perfect, perfect, works.
Yeah, RMs, please inform to your colleague and your friend so that they can join quickly. So we'll be starting the session soon. Even I dropped the message in WhatsApp also. Please join quickly. Yeah, Siddharth, if we can continue with the session. Almost we have a 60 plus RMs has been joined. Siddharth, over to you.
Thank you, Rinder. Hi team, I hope you all are doing well. Good afternoon. So first of all, welcome on board. I will run you all through the entire portfolio management piece. Just give me 1 minute, I'll present my screen. All right, please let me know. Rindo, is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Siddharth, it was visible.
Okay, fine.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am,
you.
it is visible.
Yes.
Perfect. So, coming to priority portfolio management. So, portfolio in a bank, I believe most of you might be experienced and freshers, amalgamation of both. So, from a perspective of giving everybody clarity on what portfolio means, portfolio here defines as books. Books means that particular list of customers who are being managed within a particular book that is assigned by the bank. So in Axis Bank, we have around 1796 physical priority RM books and 355 digital priority RM books. So these books are designed basis sanction size, sanction strengths as per our HR, as per the business requirement and dynamics. So here, portfolio means an amalgamation of say 300 customers coming together in a particular book. This book is then assigned to an RM. An RM is you yourself, your employee ID. So once your trainings are done, I believe, or during your training, you're assigned a book by the branch head. And that book becomes your list of customers that you will be calling to, servicing, selling products, understanding what their needs and requirements are. So priority portfolio management comes in this place. We look after your books, we look after the correct customer fitment, we see which customers are priority eligible, who should remain with us. We check which customers are not that priority eligible, what do we do with them. Also in terms of cross sales, also in terms of how your books have been performing, your growths, etc. So now I'll move ahead. So just you can familiar yourself with the slide. Basically, what is priority banking itself? Now, priority banking in Axis Bank, as you all must have known, that we have got Easy, we have Liberty, we have Prestige. Priority, Burgundy, Burgundy Private. So Priority is that premium banking program that basically gets hold of these customers who are emerging affluent customers. So their needs and requirements will be a lot pertaining to, say, those people who want to have those customers who might have higher spends, those customers who have higher requirements for, say, investments, those people who have aspirational needs, etc. So priority is all about that. I'm giving a very small aspect of what product is, because priority product is a journey I believe you might have been taken all through already. So coming here, like I was mentioning, in the premium, we are a premium banking program, and this particular setup is across the industry. When there's a basic banking need, there's an emerging premium, there's a premium wealth management, and private banking. So the goal for an Access employee when we join in our organization is to ensure that we follow the primary banking philosophy of what our we have inculcated from our seniors and from our value proposition. So customer centricity leading to the exact helping the customer reach the Burgundy Private or the Burgundy or the the wealth management journey that they take, and they become our primary banker. So those journeys we taken with priority. Now, I believe you must have been familiar with our eligibility criteria, as that for a priority account, non-salary, we require 2 lakhs of savings or 4 lakhs of CASA. CASA again means current accounts and savings accounts for the freshers, or TRV for 15 lakhs, including savings accounts, current accounts, term deposits, and mutual funds, or 50 lakhs across savings accounts, CASA, term deposits, mutual funds, and DMAT account holding. This is your eligibility. Again, always keep in mind the OR factor. If your customer is satisfying either of these four categories, then the customer is eligible for priority. Next, priority salary accounts. Now we spoke about priority non-salary. Now this is salary, wherein a minimum of 1 lakh salary credit every month is what makes you a priority customer. So these are the two eligibility criteria. Now, when we see benefits across the FLS, five-legged stool, we try to understand how and what products come in when you go ahead and pitch these things to the customers. So savings, you got complimentary services, products, airport lounges, discounts on locker, movies, family banking. What does this mean? This actually means that the savings account that you open via the priority banking program has got all these features uh, instated. When when you get a priority account open, you get a complimentary debit card. The debit card helps you into complimentary services. It gets you airport lounges. Then the savings account gets you a discount on lockers. Then you got Book My Show movies and the family banking program as a whole. That takes care of your savings needs of the customer. Investment needs, you have TD, you have mutual funds. Soon you will get to know about Access Direct also, how they have certain programs with the priority customers, certain offers that they give in their Access Direct trading accounts. Next, we've got paying, we've got remittances, you have UPIs, NEFTs, RTGS. A very important and essential part of priority or any banking segment of Access, ensuring that we onboard the customer into internet banking, mobile banking, and we ensure that these customers are now a part of the they are able to do their payments. So when you onboard a customer into internet banking and mobile banking and bill pay, you're able to get in their utility expenses, the payments of the utility expenses, thus ensuring that the customer maintains the corpus in their bank account, because the customer is paying so many subscriptions or EMIs or even loans that you can onboard. So the payment philosophy, wherein you get the customer onboarded, so your account becomes the staging platform for all these monetary payments that the customer needs to make according to the utility needs. So the payment factor comes with the picture. Next, shopping. You got your privileged credit cards, priority debit cards, forex, edge reward points, etc. It's a very good thing for you to ensure that you are very well versed with the edge reward points and all these pieces, because when you communicate with the customer that you know what is the value of your card, like I personally believe in this philosophy for my RMs and for my customers, that when my RM gets onboarded to Axis Bank, you hold your Axis employee ID with you. That is your empowerment. Similarly, a debit card, a credit card is the empowerment of my Axis Bank customer. So how do you build the synergy around that? How do you connect those two dots? So this particular validation of what customer, the value for money the customer will get is highly essential when you pitch in the FLS2. Lastly, borrowing. You've got loans, various loans. I mean, I've just put two over here. You have various loans over here that you can pitch the customer, and we are Axis Bank has got a whole repository of these customers that are there. So that is one
Hello.
piece. Yes.
Hello. Sorry for the interrupting. Actually, I just wanted to know the customer should get salary into the Axis Bank only, then it will get converted into the priority salary account, or otherwise he's getting anywhere else. Then also can be converted into the priority salary account and can be a part of priority banking.
So
Is
you're
it
asking,
mandatory that customer should get what, sir?
your question, what I understand is that if the customer is getting 1 lakh salary credit, correct, per month, so the customer automatically becomes priority or not, right? Is that what you're asking me?
No, no, I just wanted to know that customer is getting salary in any other banking and customer wanted to get a priority account, then is this mandatory that customer should get salary into the Axis Bank only? And there
Yeah,
should be a
because
tie-up that is corporate tie-up.
for this particular thing, what you're asking me is in relations to switching the customer's salary account from one to the other. So if the
Yes,
person
yes.
is switching the account to Axis Bank salary, uh, you need to ensure if they want the priority segment, the 1 lakh credit should happen in Axis Bank itself.
No, actually, I wanted to make it clear that customer who are having a good kind of relationship with the other banking, right? And suppose is getting 3 month salary per 3 lakh of salary per month, and he just wanted to the priority banking program with Axis Bank, but he is not getting salary into the Axis Bank. He is getting somewhere else. Then also can be a part of priority banking because his wealth is salary criteria is meeting the criteria of the priority banking as well.
If the same is not reciprocating, you're saying that if it's coming in another bank, right?
Yes, yes,
And
but
no, it cannot, right? Because you are opening an account in Axis. When there's going to be a salary credit in Axis, then only we'll be able to provide the proposition of priority to the customer.
okay, customers should get salary into the Axis Bank only. We should be having a corporate tie-up with this. Then we can open that salary priority account, right?
Correct, correct. Because if the salary credit is coming in some other bank's account, then that does not work, right? In terms of the proposition. The proposition is that it should come in the priority salary account that is opened. Then only the eligibility can be maintained. Yeah,
In that case, also we can open the family banking account under linking with this.
you can open a family banking account, yes. And in the family banking, there are 5 other family members you can open the account in the family banking proposition of priority.
But
Including
second
him, there
credit
can
is,
be a fifth member.
Look,
ma'am, second credit is also required.
I would recommend that if you could keep the question to the end, because then we won't be able to complete the entire process. If that would do. Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah. So we spoke about the eligibilities, we spoke about the benefits. Now we'll come to the nature of the priority portfolio and the role of relationship management. So the PVRM portfolio span is 320 customers, which means that you've got you should have a maximum threshold of 320 customers on an average. Next is PVRM portfolio dynamism. which means either we do central up migrations of customers. So for instance, if the customer is maintaining priority eligibility, the customer will be up migrated. The customer will be ensured that they are a part of the priority proposition. If the same customer is not maintaining the eligibility, they are downgraded. And the same customer who is maintaining higher eligibility for Burgundy will get up migrated from priority. So these journeys happen. Next is true and non-true customers. This means the ones who are maintaining balances and those who are not maintaining balances of priority. Next is the amalgamation of various aspects, which means we've.
Sir, sir, the slide is not moving, sir.
Is not moving and we cannot
All right,
view.
no worries. Thank
Slide
you
is not
for
moving,
informing.
sir. Okay.
Thank you for informing me. I'll just do it again. Is it better now?
Yes, sir.
All right. So again, I'll just start it again. So now we are coming to initially I spoke to you about the product itself. Now we talk about the portfolio now. So in the portfolio, within a portfolio, we have 320 customers, and we have got lots of aspects in Access that we do, which is central migration activities, wherein a customer gets up migrated and down migrated depending upon the eligibility criteria. So that aspect we do here in Access. So again, migrations are of two types. One, what we do from CEO, and the other is what you do it from branches for customer throughout the year. What we do is a quarterly or a once in 2 quarters activity. Next is amalgamation of various aspects, which means that a portfolio code that exists, we have it with a sole ID, a branch location. Yes. Yeah. Anybody wants to say something?
It's okay, ma'am. Actually, slide is not moving. It's okay.
Is this
Sir,
visible?
there must be
The
some
picture of
problem,
priority
sir. Slide is not moving from the initials.
Okay, fine. Just a minute. I'll help again.
So we just wanted to get it clarity on this one by one slide.
All right. Can you see it now again? Is it visible?
Hello.
Yeah. Yeah, please unmute yourself. Please mute yourself. Yeah. Is everything visible now?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Visible.
All right. So first part was the nature of
Play it
priority
from the
portfolio.
initial, sir. Play it from the first, sir.
I believe this we have explained you. I've explained you the understanding of priority banking, the premium banking, the flexible program eligibility criterias. We have gone through the nature of portfolio. The first half I've explained you. Any other?
Can you show the third slide?
Continue.
Can you show the third slide? There's a pyramid. What is a triangle?
Slide. Sorry.
Here I explained you about how the premium banking program is set up in the entire Axis Bank framework. Yeah, shall I continue?
So that one pager, sir. The second one. Right, sir. Right, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, I'll continue. So here we've got the nature of priority portfolio. Like I was mentioning, your average span of a portfolio is 320, meaning these are the maximum customers you can have. Next is, I spoke about how we do central migrations up and down. And
sir, I have one question.
Yes.
Sir, maximum span is 320 customers. But if we are opening in NTB's account, so then 320 के बाद क्या रहेगा? मतलब automatically उसमें से customer deduct होना शुरू हो जाएंगे? कैसे रहेगा?
नहीं. If your book is already 320 and you are sourcing an NTP customer, the customer will be mapped to your book only. The span will increase. But if a liability salesperson of your branch opens a priority account, जिसमें LJLC is not of yours, the priority RM, in that case, since your book is covering the span, it will be mapped to a book in your branch which is not covering the span, or it will get mapped to the digital book. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Ma'am, this 320
may I ask
customers
a
will be primary customers.
Come again, I couldn't get you.
These 320 customers only, is it a primary customer IDs or I mean all family members customer ID will be considered?
320 is the unique ID count, which means that if it's a standalone customer, then it's going to be a part of, I mean, that if it's a standalone customer, the standalone customer's ID becomes one unique ID. If there are 5 customers belonging to one family, all the 5 customers will belong to one unique ID. So in that way, this 320 is calculated, unique ID level.
But sir, there are 457 mapped to me already.
What do you define by 257? Are you saying customers or you're saying accounts?
Customers, 457, 457.
457 customers. Okay.
Correct.
So if that's the case, you can have a look at your customer base and you can approach your branch head. So now that's a good question. There will be books where the spans will be a lot. Okay. So there'll be more than 320 I mean spans on it. Like ideally we talk about 320. If you find your books to have more spans, you can always reach out to your branch head and reach out to us. We can help check how we can take care of your book, because if it's too much, your contacts, your ensuring that services, that will get impacted. So if your book sizes are too huge, like he just quoted a figure 420, 450 or something, you should always reach out to your branch heads and to us portfolio managers to help check on your book sizes. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay, shall I move ahead? Yeah. So now the next thing is the role of the relationship manager. So what you have to do is you have to acquire customers. You have to get in NTB customers onboarded. You have to talk to the customers in terms of our programs, cross-sell them products that will make them stick to us. For instance, IBMB activation, digital PIN activation, bill pay activation, so that the customer so that our brand, our cards have a recall value. In the sense, what do I mean by recall value is that the customer will remember that I have to give this payment or I have to use a debit card swipe. I can recall my brand that I trust, and that is Axis. So that value is what you need to build when you acquire and then move into enhancing. Enhancing is through regular customer contacts. I believe you guys will be going through Siddhi and Triumph later or before, I'm unsure. But in that, you will get to know about the whole concept of calendars, of how opportunities are given to you for cross-selling, what customers you should speak on to, and for what products as well. Those things will be given. And there's something as customer 360-degree view that you will be also getting to know in Siddhi in some other training sessions, wherein you will get to know how you can enhance your relationship with the customer. Next is deepening. You've got mobilizing of balances, you've got deepening of cross-selling sticky products, ensuring that the customers make us the primary banker, like I was mentioning earlier. Last is retaining. Now there are various aspects wherein customer is complaining, the customer is moving out large number of money corpus from their accounts. So you need to see how those elements can be solved. So through your retention, through solving of complaints, through ensuring that you're giving services to customers. Now, for instance, as RMs, you guys need to realize that the customer will not only raise a service request via you. The customer can call phone banking. The customer can go to the branch, to any branch. For instance, I'm from Bombay. I might just go down to say Pune or say Madurai, anywhere, and I'll have a problem there. I'll just visit a branch and raise a query there, and my query is not getting resolved. I'll be angry. After that, I would just slowly want to attrite my corpus from Axis and move to some other bank. In that case, you as an RM are also suffering that, my customer is moving out my corpus. But I have tried to serve the customer, but my customer is angry with the service. In this case, your regular contact, like enhancement, second number point, your regular contact with the customer comes into the picture, wherein you are trying to understand where your customer is your customer facing some problem. If your customer has raised a service, has that service been rendered to or not? You have to be very proactive when you are serving the customer. That's a very important aspect of an RM. So these are the two pieces here. Next is
Sir,
migrations.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Sir, could you go back to the previous slide?
Yeah.
Sir, I might have missed out, but could you explain the difference between the enhance and the deepen part?
Come again, I couldn't get your question.
Could you tell me the difference between the enhance and the deepen part?
All right, sure.
Role of relationship manager, point 2 and point 3.
Sure. Enhancement means enhancing your own relationship with the customer in terms of trust, wherein you're building a bond with your customer and interacting with the customer. Like if you interact with me, you will get to know that, I want a Forex card, or I want those cards can give me reward points or certain points. Just please mute yourself, whoever's kept it on unmute. Yeah. So enhancement means having a touch with the customer, understanding the customer's needs, wants, and desires, and from that building opportunities. When you go interact with somebody, you try to understand what their requirements are. Everybody in the world has got hedonic needs, has got utility needs, aspirational needs, and these sort of needs can only be understood when you talk to the customer. So that's the enhancement philosophy. Deepening means that once, see, your enhancement means lead generator. You're generating leads over here in enhancement. Deepening means lead converter. You're converting those leads that you have generated from enhancements. So deepening will happen through getting in more incremental SIAM DAP, which means getting more deposits into your books. Next, cross-selling products like cards, like DMATs, etc. You're actually doing business is your deepening. Enhancement is finding business. You're hunting for business. Deepening means you're actually harvesting the crops that you have sown. So I hope you can understand the difference between enhance and deepen. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. All right. So moving ahead, migrations. Like we were talking earlier, we do central up migration and central down migration. So right product fitment plays a very important role in Axis Bank to give the customer the right fitment of the product basis their eligibility and how they are spending and etc. So migration activities actually happen in that way. And first one is to understand how the customer's nature is and how are they maintaining balances. Second is it helps ensure that the RM spend their right time in the right quality of customers. For instance, you have certain customers in the books who are not maintaining balances. You will come to me in 1 month saying, Siddharth, these customers are not maintaining balances. They have also been non-contactable. They are not willing to deepen the relationship. They're not even wanting to downgrade their accounts. You will have, sort of queries on this line with me. You'll ask me to unmap these customers as well. So I won't be able to unmap these customers from your book because the customer is priority. And as per priority proposition, I have my duty to ensure that the customer is mapped to an RM. But as an RM for you, you are trying your energy best to, procure customer, retain the customer, enhance your relationships, but that's not happening. So in that case, what happens is we check the nature of this customer, the balances, the historical balances that the customer has maintained for the past 6 months or 1 year, etc. basis that we define that whether this customer should be downgraded or not. So the customer is first we identify the base of say 1 lakh customers pan India across all branches, that these are the set of customers who need to downgrade. Then we mark a mail to these customers. We tell them that you have 1 month to maintain the balances, or we'll be downgrading your account after the end of this month. After that, the customer's accounts are downgraded. The customers are sent round to communications that your account has been downgraded. In this case, the RM is also sent the visibility that these are your set of 10 customers in your book that will be downgraded. Kindly have a look at the same. So at this point of time, you as an RM are able to talk to the customers. You're able to repitch the customer priority proposition. You're explaining the customer about schedule of charges, etc. So in this way, you're able to keep that. What we do is migrations give an opportunity for you to engage with that particular customer, for them to finally maintain their relationship, or they'll be downgraded. So what happens is once these set of customers get downgraded, you as an RM can focus your energy on the customers who are actually priority eligible and who are actually giving you businesses, who are actually wanting to maintain the priority philosophy, and you can enhance them, you can work with them better. Contrarily, this is migration down, now migration up. Contrarily, like you saw that the customers who are not maintaining balances get downgraded, you have customers who get upgraded into your books as well. You will have customers from Prestige, Prime, Liberty who will get upgraded into your books. The customers would like to understand, I mean, the customers are maintaining balances, so they are priority eligible. So you will be dealing with them directly. And so in this way, you try to healthify your book as well with new customers through migration activities. One process is that you yourself bring in customers from NTB acquisitions. The other process is we centrally push new customers into your books who have recently up migrated from lower segments to priority. So this is the journey we do. Again, this also has one more aspect, and the aspect is that you yourself can upgrade or downgrade customers from the branch. So that philosophy also runs year long. You can do the same. That is what migration is. Any question here?
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Ma'am, who customer are not maintaining balance, so how
Good afternoon.
to
Good afternoon.
get themselves?
How to what?
How to downgrade?
You have to, that like I just said, there are two ways. Either the customer will get centrally down migrated, or the customer, you can downgrade the customer through customer request form, taking the signature of the customer and uploading it on Saksham or CLH, depending on, I think Saksham for you, your team, depending upon your operations head, because operations heads, they generally help you how to migrate it from your branches, so you can get the clarity on how that happens. But centrally, we do it every 2 quarters or every quarter, depending on the business, whatever their decisions are. So you can also individually downgrade the customer through customer request form and take help of the operations head to process that particular request. Yeah. Next is central migrations. Like I was mentioning to you, like I was just telling you about how upward and downward migration happens. We identify the base, we get the RM feedback, we communicate to the customer, and we centrally migrate the customer. So this is how
Hello.
we do. Yes.
Ma'am, Suraj this side.
Yes, Suraj.
Actually, I want मानो कुछ कस्टमर्स ऐसे जिनको जिनसे मैं फोन पर नहीं बात कर पा रहा हूँ, फोन नहीं उठा रहे या फोन नहीं लग रहा है उनका, और कुछ बैलेंसेस भी मेंटेन नहीं कर रहे हैं, और वो आउट ऑफ स्टेट हो चुके हैं, स्टेइंग के लिए आउट ऑफ स्टेट गए हैं. तो हाउ कैन मैं कैसे डाउनग्रेड कर पाऊंगा उनको?
The customers who you are not getting the one who are not establishing communication with you, mark a mail to us stating what all channels you have tried to communicate with the customer. Second, tell us for how long these customers have not been in touch with you. Mark a mail to us. We will take your case up individually. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. So, any other questions, or shall I move ahead?
Ma'am, is there any specified mail ID to whom I can just mail and it will get downgraded?
Down migration does not
Existing
happen like
relationship.
that in a bank. We do central migrations wherein we give you, if we ourselves identify the base, we give you the communication of that on PLH or Siddhi. Right now we are doing on PLH. In the future we'll integrate that into Siddhi, wherein you will be getting the entire understanding of how which customers are going to get downgraded. There you can tick yes or no. We give you the chance to tick yes and no, basis which we send the communication to customers and we centrally migrate. Same for down. But your question is which email ID to send the customer to get downgraded. We don't have certain anything like this. If you want to downgrade the customer, you have to speak to the customer. If the customer is ready to get down migrated, you take a signature from the customer in customer request form and you process that with the help of your operations team in the branch. Okay.
Ma'am.
Ma'am, how much
Hello.
time it will take to get
Hello.
downgraded from the existing?
For it to get
How much time
downgraded,
it will take to get downgraded?
see, centrally, for it to get downgraded will take a month and a half. But for it to get downgraded, and why it takes 1.5 months? Because we give 1 month time to the customer as per RBI guidelines. We have to ensure that 1 month is given to the customer before we centrally up migrate or down migrate. Okay. But your question pertains to individual migration and down migration. That happens year long. In that case, that will take at least a week's time for every process to get done and completed. But that also depends upon case by case. I cannot just quote you a number. I am saying the generous term of 5 days or 1 week because that much time it takes. Sometimes there's an error in your sheet or some issue is there. So I'm using that tag. But you can always ask your operations head how much time will it take. They'll give you the exact time for branch induced migrations. Yeah.
Yes.
Ma'am,
Hello.
can customer also hello?
Yes.
Ma'am, this is Sunil.
Ankit,
Ma'am,
just hold
customer
on.
also can request for the same at their end from the mobile banking and as well. If customer is not really good going for the maintaining and also don't want to be a part of the priority,
Yeah, customer can talk to you
customer can
directly.
also
Mobile
where
app,
from?
no, mobile, your customer can talk to you directly. I think what happens is that even if the customer uses that mobile app to check the proposition if they want to get upgraded, there is a process there, yes. But that also, they will individually also get in touch with you. You get that notification that customer wants to upgrade and how that can the whole process can occur. So for customer request is the same process. If the customer wants to upgrade, you take the customer request form signature and you help process it from the operations team directly.
Yeah, Siddharth, this is Rintu here. We have a short lack of time, so better you can complete the session. Whatever they have the queries, you can share your mail ID. They will get back to you because we
Yeah,
have a next trainer. Saurabh is there in the session with the pipeline. So better you complete the session and respective RMs is a humble request. Whatever the queries you have, please Siddharth will share the email ID. You can get back to him whatever the questions you have and he will help you out on this. Okay,
Yeah.
Siddharth, over to you, Siddharth.
Perfect. That'll be perfect. Thank you so much, Rintu. So I'll just quickly wrap up from migrations. I'll come to campaigns. Now, like I was talking about how you open your accounts, activate a relationship, enhance a relationship, deepen a relationship, and retain a relationship. So in order to ensure that that entire journey of yours is being followed, centrally what we do is we do certain campaigns like probable family, festive offers, deepening contests, customer campaigns, and initiatives that we are taking up. So again, probable families, we've got this entire piece wherein you are able to understand how family banking works, and the customers are sent nudges as well On the contrary, festive offers, every year when the festivities are up, we send customer communications to them about, their products that we have and offers we have, and we send you also certain flyers that, for your own internal use, that you can read to pitch to the customer. So one side, the customer is getting to know about offers, and on the other side, you know what exactly offers has, because many times as RMs, you don't remember all offers that are there in the bank. So at times we provide you those booklets for your references where you can talk to the customer directly. Next is the deepening contests that we drive, the channels drive for you, for your help. And then we've got customer campaigns like deposit mobilization. This is in relations to deepening your relationship with the customer, ensuring that how you can achieve KRA and incentives through our campaigns. Then initiatives that we are taking up is like deemed programs, wherein we are identifying certain set of customers from lower segments and seeing how we can upgrade them into higher segments. So these are initiatives we are doing at the moment. Next is in terms of mapping. Now, mapping requests, your team will be sending it to me many at times. So you need to ensure that, there are various ways you have to send me mappings. Number one, when you source a new account, when you source a new NTB customer, we have automations in place wherein the customer gets automatically mapped to you. But at times you'll be like, Siddharth, I've opened this account, but the customer is not automatically mapped to me. In that case, I come manually and I help you close in those cases. So I look into that journey. Next is when you migrate customers, you mark a mail to me stating, Siddharth, I've migrated these customers, please map them to my book. And lastly, there will be certain set of customers who will be mapped to other books. You might want to map them to yours. So then the entire process of remapping comes into the picture, wherein you give me the approvals from the losing RM and I help you map those whole list of customers. So this is how the entire process looks like basically. One very important element is closed accounts. So there are customers, you must have done the debt settlements of them, or customers who don't want to maintain the balances at all and want to just, close the relationships. They close these accounts. And then we build an automation where these accounts are directly removed from your books. So this is how your mappings also play a role in portfolio management. So I think I'll just conclude it because the time is running out. Please mark a mail to me on this. I'll just write it on this sheet if I can.
Please show last to last slide.
Yeah, please mark your mails to me in this so that, for the benefit of everybody, I'll just write it down here.
Please show last to last slide.
Yeah, just a second, please. Dear team, please mark a mail to me on this email ID. Just save this, please. Siddharth.bhatia@axisbank.com. Or you can just type in my employee ID on your Outlook and you will get my email directly. Just note this down, then I'll go to the second last slide. Okay, I'll just go to the second last slide.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, I have a question. Like, suppose if I upgrade one Prime account customer to priority account customer through branch bank on offline physical form. So for mapping, I have to mail to you that you have kindly mapped the customer to me, or will you automatically be mapped to me? Like, because I have to mention my LC.
Like I just mentioned, when you're upgrading a customer, you have to mark a mail to me after you've upgraded.
Previously.
Okay, so that it get mapped to me.
Correct.
Okay, because we are already mentioning the LC code, so I thought it's not required. In form like this, LC code is option is there.
Generally in the NTB piece wherein that gets picked up. In the migration piece, the LGLCs don't get picked up in the automations. That's why we recommend the RMs to mark a mail to us directly when you're upgrading a customer. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Team, please just save this email and employee ID. I will conclude my presentation because we've got a trainer also here with us for another session. So thank you. Just mark your mails on this. Yeah, mark your queries on
Hello.
this mail.
Hello.
Thank you.
Hello, sir. One customer is want to upgrade in Burgundy.
Can
Hello.
you mark a mail to me on this, please?
Okay.
Yeah,
Priority to Burgundy.
Saman, please mark a mail to the Siddharth. So, because we have a sort of lack of time here, we will start with the next
Sure.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you,
Rintu.
Siddharth. Thank you, Siddharth, for
Thank you.
such a wonderful
Yes, ma'am.
session. Thank you.
Most welcome. Most welcome.
Yes, मैम एक क्वेश्चन था. हेलो.
या नितेश, अभी थोड़ी देर पहले मैंने 2 बार बोल चुका हूँ. अभी सिद्धार्थ जी ने मेल आईडी शेयर किए हैं. जो भी क्वेश्चन है आप मेल पे ड्रॉप कर दो और सिद्धार्थ आपको रिप्लाई दे देगा. ठीक है?
ओके सर,
आपने
थैंक यू.
मेल आईडी नोट किया ना नितेश?
यस सर, यस.
हाँ. अभी हम लोग का नेक्स्ट सेशन चलेगा ना. ऑलरेडी वी हैव अ लैक ऑफ टाइम, सो विल स्टार्ट विद द नेक्स्ट सेशन. ठीक है नितेश, यू कैन ड्रॉप योर हैंड नितेश. Just give me